You know, the camera's crooked, but we're gonna keep going. So, this video, I felt like this was relevant because today is all about some of my favorite things that I've been using over the last couple months. So, and I just wanted to share that with you. It's all stuff that in my head I'm like, yeah, I should make a video about this. And I could probably turn each one of them into all their own separate videos, and maybe I will in the future, but I kind of want to just compile a list of stuff that I've been using that I think is great, and call it like my list of my favorite things over the last couple months. And this is just I thought was fitting because I love peaches, and this drink Alani Nu, shout out to them, is one of my favorite energy drinks, and they have a flavor that is peach. So two of my favorite things put together, and it is delicious. But that being said, we're gonna go on a tour just because I'm tired of always sitting here at the desk making videos. I want to give you a different dynamic space, and we're gonna go check out some of my favorite things. So let's go. And this is definitely coming with. So I bring you to my dining room for this next segment. Why I chose the dining room? Just because it's the closest room to where my desk is. But in this section of the video, I'm going to talk about camera-related things. I didn't realize that they were all camera-related things until I sat down to make this video. But it's all like camera and tripod-related stuff. So we're going to do them all together. So the first thing is this super tiny Joby tripod. And that's literally all it is. It's just a super tiny tripod. Like that. It's for phones. So you can grab your phone and just stick it in there. And then what I will say about this, this is just my hot take, my personal opinion. I've never liked these clips because of how they work. Because it's like if you try to put them in the middle of the phone, like especially like with iPhones, the buttons, it always hits the buttons. And it's annoying. And so it always has to be lopsided. And so that can be kind of a problem sometimes with this particular mount. Like preferably, I like to have this kind of mount like all the way out here because it's away from the buttons. And it makes the whole thing lopsided. So I have to scoot it in as close as I possibly can get it without clicking the buttons. But again, that's just a hot take. There's nothing wrong with the little display mount. That's just my personal opinion. But the tripod is still dope, and I love it, and I use it a lot. So, also, I'm not going to try and remember the names of all these because we all know I have the memory of a goldfish, and links is going to be in the description, so I don't need to remember. So, that's that little tripod. And then this next thing, I use this I use this every time I film a video. The only reason I'm not using it right now is because I had to take it off the tripod. Kind of made me kind of sad. But this is a MagSafe tripod mount made by Moment. You guys can pretty soon you're gonna start to see a theme here. But I've said it before. I love MagSafe. I love magnets. I've always thought magnets were awesome. It's the reason years ago I started using the mouse cases because they had the magnet system and I thought it was cool. And then Apple went and made their own. And I would say that I am fully married to the magnet idea. So this is a MagSafe adapter for a tripod, and it's just simply, you just use it on your phone, hooks up to the back, and you can put it on the tripod. This is super awesome because, as you know, most of my videos are filmed with an iPhone. So it's awesome to use this. It's super convenient because, again, I've mentioned I hate this little mount. And actually, what's cool about this one is it has the 1/4-20 thread sockets on the bottom and on the top. This top one, they also have like a horseshoe mount that you can put on the back here, so you can put lights or mics or whatever kind of stuff you want to put on there. There is this one. This is the landscape version that you can use your phone in landscape, like if you want to make reels or shorts or TikToks or whatever, and then you can flip it to the landscape orientation to shoot video. They also have another version that is just the landscape one, but it comes with the horseshoe mount. It's It's like $60, and this was like $40, so I chose this one. What's cool about this is if you're like me and you hate this little phone mount that Joby makes, you can actually take it off your mini smartphone tripod, and you can attach it. Hold on, bear with me. To your Moment MagSafe mount, and then do it like that. You have a little MagSafe stand for your phone. It is a little top heavy. Like if you do that, like it'll hold, but if I poke it, it's down. So it's kind of inconvenient, but it's something you can use if you want to. Not saying you have to. It's just something you can do. Now this last one, the Osmo is not like the main source of this favorite thing video. This is. So this is a little MagSafe mount that I found on Amazon that is for MagSafe phones or cases that goes on there. And then it has this another little indent right here because it has a second magnet that goes on the Osmo. I bought it because going back to me not liking clips, I don't like the clip that comes with the Osmo. Yeah, it's super neat and the magnets and all that stuff, but I don't like it because you still have to eventually take it off of the phone, or if your case is too big, you have to take the case off, this, that, and the other thing. So I love how convenient this is that it's just a MagSafe mount. And then if I want to use more than one different phone or more than one different device, like if I have two different smartphones that I'm going to be testing, like for camera stuff, I don't have to do all the work to take the clip off and put another clip on. I can just take this, take it off, put it on the other one, and I know what you're all thinking. Tanner, not all phones have MagSafe. You already know. I have adapters to put on other phones and cheap cases to put on other phones. I buy that when I buy the phone so that I can put MagSafe stuff on there. I thought this out. But it's just way more convenient to do it this way than with the funny little clip. So that's this portion. Let's go to another room to talk about the next segment of stuff. Welcome to my living room. I don't know if I've ever filmed a video in the living room, but longtime viewers of the channel will recognize this chair because it came from my bedroom that I started in. So I have a pile of stuff here on this chair that I don't know if you can see or not, but we're going to start with this. This is my Nintendo Switch. This is not the thing that I'm adding to the list, but the case that it's in. This was a gift that was given to me for Christmas by my family, and it's super simple. It's just a cheap case that I saw on Amazon that I liked, mainly because of the flip cover for the Switch, and because the cover itself is magnetic and detachable. The case I had before was just I think it was the Nintendo first party, like just slim zip case, and that was fine. It was great, but I just like this because I can play it in the case. It has a little more ergonomics in it than the actual Switch does for your hands. And then when you're done, you just put the cover on and flip it shut. Or you can play it with the cover on. Like if you're just playing for a couple minutes, you're poning your friends in Mario Kart or whatever, and you just flip it up, and then you get back on your day. And it's super neat. So that's why I like it, and that's why it's in this list. Now, this next thing, which is also gaming related, you may have seen this online. This is the Backbone One controller for iPhone. This one specifically is for the iPhone because it has the lightning connector on there. And what you do is you take your iPhone, you open it up, and you plug it in, and now you have a little handheld Switch-like controller that you can play your games on. It's super fun to use the little bit that I've been using it. There's an app that comes with it, the Backbone Plus app, and then there's a subscription service you can pay for. And then I think the subscription service, if you're into all that stuff, it comes with a bunch of game subscriptions, or you can just buy the subscriptions yourself if you already pay for them. If you already use things like Steam or Xbox Game Pass or PlayStation Cloud, all Apple Arcade. This works with all that. It's super fun to play. It came with a month free of Game Pass, and so I played some Xbox games on this with my phone. I played a little bit of the Avengers game for the Xbox. I played a little bit of Jedi Fallen Order. So it's super fun. Granted, I've said this before, I'm not like a big gamer. I'm more of like a casual gamer. That's why I stick to like my Switch and like handheld type stuff, because I don't really like sit down to play games. But part of me wishes I could, and so this was kind of just like me attempting to like sit down and play some like Xbox style games, but just in a handheld form factor, because that's what I enjoy to do. Now, I realize I said I don't sit down to play games, but when I do it in my living room. And the thing about this case for my Switch, how much that I love it, it's not dock compatible. So if I want to use the dock, the regular Nintendo Switch dock that comes with it, I gotta take the case off, put in the dock, and I'm good to go. Or I use this little guy. So this is the Genki Covert Dock Mini. It is the little brother to the original Genki Covert Dock. And what it is, it's this just little tiny outlet, that brick that you plug into the wall. It has HDMI and USB-C on there. So what it's meant for is it's meant for an HDMI cable, and it's meant for a USB-C to C for the Switch. This is the one that came with the Covert Dock, and this is a HDMI cable that I just had laying around my house. It's not really my favorite, but I don't have any other ones. If you guys have cables that you like to use, put them in the description. Let me know. I'll check them out. And so you put the HDMI cable right there, and then I'm not going to unwind it, so don't judge me. And then this goes into the TV. And then you take your USB-C cable, and you plug it in there, and then you plug this end into your Switch, like that. And then it's a portable dock substitute for the Nintendo Switch. And it works great. It's beautiful. I'm not worried about it bricking my Switch. I know when little mini docks, now this was a while ago, so again, don't judge me. I know when like substitute like docks for the original one when they came out, a lot of them would brick switches because of the circuit of the stuff that's in the dock and how it works. Again, don't judge me. I'm not getting all the correct terms right. But basically, this isn't going to do that. I'm not scared it's going to do that. It's the little brother to the original one, which worked great. Everybody loved it. It's also half of the price of the original one. The original, I think, is like $80 or $90. This is $40. And the only thing you're missing out on is that as a charging brick, this is only... what's it say? This is a 15 volt brick. So this is it's 15 amps. Like if you were to charge your phone or something, I think the bigger one may have been 30. Don't quote me, I'm not sure. I just know it was a bigger one, and it had an extra USB-C port, much like the actual dock is. But if you don't need that or want that, and you're just good with the USB-C port and the HDMI connection to play your Switch on a TV or on a monitor, this is great. It also works as a backup charging brick in case you leave your nice one at home. And yeah, that's all this stuff. Now, I have one more round of things, and for that, we're going back to the desk. Now, I have these last three things I want to talk about for this portion of the video. And the first up, we're going to start with this. This is a Spuds microfiber cloth. Nothing major about that. You open this little bad boy up, and you pull it out. And you have a microfiber cloth to clean off your devices. Like if you have a clear case, they get smudgy. Your screens, they get smudgy. So it's just super nice to wipe it off. And a microfiber cloth is 90% better than you using your shirt or a rag or anything else you can think of, because those things will scratch your screen. And then when you're done with it, you simply tuck it back in its little pouch, close it up, and you're good to go. I will say when I bought this, I didn't realize I bought the small one. I probably would have bought the bigger size if I were to buy another one, but it's been great. I love it. It just goes in my bag, and when I need to clean some screens, I use this guy. The next thing is these boys. These are the Beats Fit Pro. It is the new Beats comparison to the Apple Pods, the AirPods Pro. I said Apple Pods. They're meant towards working out, but they're super cool. I love them. They have these little wingtips on them, very similar to, well, it's not similar actually, because their predecessors, the Powerbeats Pro, they had the ear loops that go over your ears, and these ones actually go in your ears like this. So they hook in like that, and they're not gonna fall out when you're working out, when you're getting pumped, when you're getting that PR. They're not gonna fall out. You don't have to worry about them breaking, anything like that. And they sound fairly well. I actually enjoy them a lot. I've switched to running with these in my ears rather than my AirPods. It has the active noise transparency like on the AirPods. It has noise cancellation like the AirPods. And the case is significantly smaller than the Powerbeats Pro, which is a plus. And unlike the Powerbeats Pro, they charge via USB Type-C. So that is a win in my book. And the last thing is the mouse that I've been using as of late. As noted, I recently for the first time, bought my very first desktop PC, a Mac Mini M2, and it needs a mouse. So I invested in this mouse from Logitech. This is the MX Master 3S. I don't think there's really anything different from the original 3 to the 3S. I just know it's the newer model, and so I just bought the newer one, and I do very much enjoy it. Very ergonomic for your hand. I love the clicky buttons, the scroll wheel. It's super nice to play with, and it has all of these programmable buttons on here, and this scroll wheel right here. I don't really have the buttons programmed for anything major yet, just because I haven't. It's just not how I work. You're gonna laugh at me, but I have this scroll wheel set to the volume on my computer, so instead of reaching up to press the keys, I can just grab the mouse and use my thumb to adjust the volume. And then there's a button right here that's mapped to switch between windows. So that is how I use it. But that is all I have for right now. That is my list of favorite things that I've been using over the last few months. Links to everything will be down below. And that's all I have to tell you today. If you have any likes, questions, comments, concerns, leave them down in the comment section below. We'll talk it out. I want to hear from you. And I will see you guys in the next episode. I hope you're all staying safe out there. Peace out.